Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. All right, what's good? Welcome in, and happy Saturday night, everybody. Thanks for joining in here tonight, being a part on the channel once again as we get the first round of the NBA playoffs tonight here. The Lakers taking on the T-Wolves currently. And if you guys see the backdrop's different, I'm actually out. I'm away right now on vacation, so this looks totally different from my usual setting here. But the Lakers tonight, a record of 50-32, the number 3 seed in the NBA Western Conference playoffs, going to host the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. Minnesota, the 6th seed. These two teams only decided by one game in the standings. That's how tight it was between 3 all the way back to like 8 in the NBA playoff standings out of the Western Conference. The Lakers, one of the top winning percentages on their home floor this season. 3rd in the NBA, record of 31-10. This season, and home winning percentage at above 75%. Luka Doncic, since playing for the Lakers, 18-10 a record for Luka since he got traded back in early February. And for Minnesota, they've been one of the best teams in the NBA for the last month plus or so for the T-Wolves. 17-4 since March 1st. Number 3 in the NBA. That's behind the Thunder, who's 20-3. The Celtics are 19-3, and then Minnesota 17-4. Really playing some excellent basketball recently. What's between these two teams tonight going into this matchup? Looks like we're not going to start for like another 15 minutes, it looks like. But if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and happy Saturday. Thanks all for joining in for this one. Joe, welcome in. Connor, welcome in. Renjeff, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, guys, tonight for this game. And just closing in on tip-off here. Winning the next like 15 minutes from now. We'll have tip-off for this matchup here. Yeah, Pacers, really good win today against Milwaukee. Not so good of a game I saw for Kyle Kuzma today. He had 0 points. Not a good game for a guy that they traded at the trade deadline. I'm going to see if I can get this kill a bit per usage up. For some reason it's at 0. Very choppy right now for some reason. Probably, I wonder if it's because where I am, it rained outside all day or so, so probably that could do something. I just lowered it because I saw it was at 0 for a moment, cutting in and out, so my apologies about that. I'm away in a different location here. Jeffrey, welcome in. That's awesome, man. Staying over at Barrington, looks like, tonight with his nieces. And wishing you the best of luck out there in Barrington. Really nice area over in Barrington, and enjoy there, man. Yeah, tough one for Renjeff's Bucks. It's only game 1. Still got time to turn it around. But going to need a lot more help than for Giannis to have. Giannis pouring in a huge game, 30+. And, I mean, they traded for Kyle Kuzma. He had 0. I mean, that's an issue. And I think they're supposed to get Damian Lillard back either game 2 or 3, so certainly that's going to help out for any chance from Milwaukee there. But yeah, rough start for the Bucks. That was at Indiana though. Pacers, yeah, really deep team for Indiana. They didn't have Benedict Mathurin last year when they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they've been playing some really good basketball recently. Let's see here, best records since March 1st, since I have it up. It's Thunder, Celtics, T-Wolves, Clippers, and Pacers. Pacers have been playing the 5th best basketball record-wise since March 1st for them, 17-7 for Indiana. So this is nothing new for Indiana. They surged up. They were like a bottom 6, bottom 7 team in the first month of the season for them, and then completely surged up like second part of the season for the Pacers, and really big showing for them today. I'm going to go through the scoreboard right now. Pacers won the Early afternoon game, 117-98 against Milwaukee. Nuggets and Clippers went into overtime, and Denver came back, won that game. That was one they really needed to win. A home game for Denver, 112-110. That series looks like it could go to distance. And then the Knicks right now have taken the lead up against the Pistons, 105-98, 6:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. In that game, the Pistons were up, leading 90-83, but Knicks have taken the lead once again. Just that former playoff experience that the Knicks have. This is a brand new Pistons unit that they haven't ever gone to the playoffs with any of these guys. So that's going to be an interesting series there, because the Knicks they haven't beat signature opponents, but they've been to the playoffs multiple times for them. Whereas the Pistons, this is their first time with this group, so totally new to the playoffs for the Pistons. They just second part of the season, they were like the hottest team at one point back in like January and February for them. Hey, what's good, Bradley? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Looks like we're going to tip off in around 11 and a half minutes from now. So, yeah, this is quite behind currently with where we stand for the tip-off for this game. But, yeah, yesterday, crazy game yesterday. The Heat able to win in overtime against the Hawks. That was an insane matchup yesterday. If you guys are doing a stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up. Hit the like, hit the subscribe here. And hopefully going to get the tip-off here soon, within the next 11 minutes. 36 points, 12 rebounds. The rest of the Bucks starters really struggled. They're going to get back. Damian Lillard looks like either Tuesday for Game 2 or Friday for Game 3. Looks like most likely it's probably going to be Friday Game 3. That's what the headlines are for ESPN. They really need Damian Lillard for any shot of that series. Yeah, things going pretty well, man. Did a lot of stuff today, so that was good. Bunch of different places we went out to. Wow, Knicks have taken a large run right now, 111-98. Knicks with under 5 minutes left to go, leading the Pistons. And both of these teams played even with one another in the regular season. This is going to be a fascinating matchup, so make sure to grab the popcorn and watch it and enjoy this series here, because the Lakers, right at the trade deadline, they did not have a big man. They tried to trade for Mark Williams. They couldn't get Mark Williams, so they got no real solid starting center for them, that they got left with Jackson Hayes. So the question mark for the Lakers coming into this series is that they're a smaller team compared to what Minnesota has. Minnesota has Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle, that they do have size. They could pose an issue. Also, Naz Reid coming off the bench as well. So they got a lot of size in Minnesota. They got a lot of depth as well, whereas the Lakers got a ton of star power on their team. Luka Doncic, LeBron James. LeBron doesn't need to constantly carry his team, since he's got Luka. Right now, he can take a backseat to that or so for LeBron and conserve his energy, and that's crucial here towards a very lengthy playoff series that we could potentially have between these two teams right now. This should be an awesome playoff series. 6 versus 3, separated by just one game in the standings this season, and both of these teams tied it up in the regular season standings. It was the Lakers back in the season opener. These two teams played against each other in the season opener, 110-103. The Lakers took down the T-Wolves in the home game for LA. Lakers won both of the home games. T-Wolves won both of their home games. So that's how they split them in the regular season. T-Wolves took the second game of the regular season meeting on December 2nd, 109-80. December 13th, Minnesota took the third game of the series, 97-87. And then the Lakers took the final game February 27th after the Luka Doncic trade, 111-102 for LA. And LeBron had 33 points in that game. Edwards limited to just 18. Luka had 21, 13, and 5 for him. Shot the ball just 1 for 9 from 3. Despite that, the Lakers won by 9 in that game. Hey, what's good? Avi, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. He's like in Warriors and Clippers here. And let's see. So yeah, so both of those teams, yeah, they're on the opposite side of the brackets from one another. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. The Thunder, by far best team record-wise in the West, but they don't have that playoff identity yet. So it's going to be really interesting this entire playoffs. Anthony Edwards, we know that he shows up for the playoffs. He's actually right now number 9 in NBA history in points scored per game, and they're like face of the league for this dude right here. He was going off constantly in the playoffs. This is going to be a fascinating series because by the time they got knocked out last year in the Western Conference Finals, he had basically just been exhausted and ran out of energy by the time he faced Dallas. And once again, Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic going up against each other once again. Like, how in the world does Dallas make that trade, trading their franchise superstar over to the Lakers a couple months ago, just changing the course of their team for the future in a terrible way there for Dallas, getting knocked out yesterday by Memphis in the play-in round. And here's the Lakers with Luka Doncic and LeBron going up against Ant-Man and Rudy Gobert. And Luka last year was hunting down like a bunch of switches by the big man when he was guarding him, and just they couldn't solve that. Minnesota had a lot of issues with Rudy Gobert defending Luka Doncic, and Luka just torched Rudy Gobert constantly during that series. Yeah, Julius Randle, he's going to have to be the X factor in this series because he's had like a lot of history coming up short for him. A lot of history coming up short for him in recent years when he played for the Knicks. So this is a huge series for him. Yeah, Knicks looking really good right now. 116-106. They were down. I saw the scores like 90-83 at one point. Now they're up 116-106 with around 2:10 left to play. What's good? Ian on the show back in. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, as we're going to tip off approximately, I think 5 minutes from now. We get this game underway finally and tipped off. Seems like they pushed it back because the other game's going on between the Knicks and Pistons, so they probably pushed it back because of that. But yeah, make sure to vote in the poll if you guys haven't already done so. If you guys like to win this one here, Lakers T1 chat, feel free to do so. This is going to be a really good series. Home team won every single game in the regular season, 2 apiece between these two teams. Lakers, they only played once after the Luka Doncic trade. Lakers won that game. Yeah, I get a feeling, too, that Nasri is probably going to have a huge game tonight. He's been playing really well recently. Yeah, going to be an excellent series. Make sure to grab the popcorn for this one. Welcome back, Vegas, on the stream. And I'm hoping that this stream isn't choppy right now or anything, because I know I got like a couple like I think it's probably because it's raining outside or so. It was dropping frames a couple minutes ago, but I don't think it is right now. I'm going to see if I can put it up to 3,000. Once again, I dropped it a little bit down to 2,500. Yeah, usually these like ABC, ESPN games, they take so long with a pregame. TNT goes like right into it. Yeah, this game was scheduled for 8:30 p.m. ABC, ESPN, they usually tip off like 15 minutes, 20 minutes past the scheduled start time, whereas TNT tips it off within like the first 4 minutes. So, yeah, crazy pushback here with the start time that we got today. Yeah, they really needed to hype up this game. Luka Doncic, LeBron James going up against Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert. Going to be a really fascinating matchup for the Lakers. Austin Reeves having a sensational season, averaging around 20 points per game. They got 3 guys averaging 20 points per game or greater on the Lakers. Anthony Edwards averaging around 27 points per game this season. Everybody else under 20. It's going to have to be other players stepping up in this series. They got a deeper team, though, in the rotation for Minnesota. But it's going to all depend on who steps up alongside Ant-Man in this series, because we know that he's going to have a humongous series, but is it going to be enough to overweigh what Luka's going to pour in, LeBron's going to score for points, and also Austin Reeves? That's the question. Because he can't just do it all himself. Because right now, that's what Giannis is doing for Milwaukee. He had a 30-plus point game tonight, or this afternoon, and everybody else really struggled. And Kyle Kuzma had nothing, which was unacceptable. White jerseys, purple numbers, purple letters for the Lakers for tonight's matchup here. The first ever playoff game is head coach J.J. Redick for L.A. taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Going to be a fantastic series here. Make sure to grab the popcorn. Saturday night primetime NBA first round of playoff matchup here as Minnesota goes in there. Kind of like a charcoal color that they got for their uniform. Lime green slash out in the top of the uniform there with the outline for the lime green numbers. White letters at the front of the jerseys here. A really fascinating matchup going to play. Yeah, I do like the Celtics' chances. My concern is the injury with Jaylen Brown. Looks like he's good to go tomorrow for Jaylen Brown, but he needs to be healthy and needs to play like his usual self for Jaylen Brown. So yeah, that's the question coming into this matchup. Jaylen Brown really needs to play like his usual self because he's been dealing with injury recently. Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, Jackson Hayes, the starting 5 for the Lakers, going up against Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert, the starting 5 for the T-Wolves. Should be a really fascinating matchup here. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And the T-Wolves going right to left on the floor. Lakers going left to right here. Gobert and Hayes will jump it up, and the Lakers control the opening tip. First possession here for LA. Luka Doncic has it here, top of the key for the Lakers. He dribbles up to the elbow. Doncic back outside, guarded by Gobert. That's the matchup that he wants. Luka takes on Gobert inside the key, puts up the shot, gets fouled right from behind. 15 seconds into action. 2 free throws awaiting here to begin this playoff series for Luka Doncic. So that is on Rudy Gobert right from behind, who picked up the first foul of the night. Luka, first free throw, that's good. Second free throw by Luka. No good. Left it short. Gobert collects the defensive rebound. Opening possession right now for Minnesota. Julius Randle. Pass midcourt defended by LeBron. Puts the ball into the hands to Ant-Man. Edwards slides it off to his left. Mike Conley at the wing. Jacks up the three. Conley's three off the rim. No good. A rebound secured by Luka. Finds LeBron. A pass midcourt here. Far side of the floor as LeBron gets covered by Randle. Lob to Hachimura. Hachimura at the elbow. He takes on Conley in a mismatch. Rui backs his way in the smaller Mike Conley. Turnaround jumper. Deep two. Off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound. Controlled by Jackson Hayes to keep the possession alive here for LA. Luka. Step back three in the air over Randle. Swoosh. Luka Doncic. Bang, bang from the perimeter. 4-0 LA. Looking for that mismatch there. Got it on the outside as he took on Julius Randle, the proven playoff winner of Luka Doncic, going off against Julius Randle in the first made field goal of tonight's matchup. Edwards, spin cycle, right past LeBron, outside, over the head of Randle, goes to the bounds. Turnover by Minnesota. Yeah, that's going to be the, possibly, could be the determination part of this series right here. Minnesota, the turnovers, that's been a problem this season. Ant-Man just trying to do a little bit too much. And that could be the difference maker in the series because they got proven ball handlers, Luka and LeBron for the Lakers, whereas Anthony Edwards, when he does too much, it results in turnovers. And Minnesota, back of the bottom 10 team in the NBA in turnover rate per game this season. They just turned it over. As LeBron's jumper missed, that was an air ball as it sailed out of bounds. So LeBron just missed a jumper off a fall away at the elbow. Minnesota has it back here. Randle. Jab step at the right corner. Cross-court pass. That's to the third row of the seats. That's a turnover. Man, what a terrible start from Minnesota. 2 turnovers on 2 airmail cross-court passes. Yikes. That is not how you want to start the game here if you're Minnesota. I just talked about the turnovers, how they're bottom 10 in the league in turnover rate. Luka, up fake, wide open, 3 straight away, skidded off the rim short. Offensive rebound controlled by Jackson Hayes. Bad start for Minnesota. Jackson Hayes already with 2 offensive rebounds to begin this game as Luka right down the lane scores the left-hand layup. Luka Doncic got everything so far. 6-0 to start things off as he is the playoff winner in the past against Minnesota. Took out Minnesota playing for Dallas last year en route to an NBA Finals appearance as the layup got scored downhill right to the rim for the T-Wolves as they're on the board. It is Ant-Man, good for 2. Connor, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Happy Saturday as well. As the Lakers missed the mark there. It goes right back over to Minnesota. Edwards, spin cycle, right past Reeves, right to the cup. No good. High off the glass, got knocked down. He's out of the play here. Numbers up the floor for Luka. 5-on-4. Bounce pass outside. Reeves attacks inside the paint. Kick out corner. Open 3. Hachimura drills it. 9-2 for LA. Excellent start for the number 3 team in the NBA in winning percentage in home games this season. 31-10 in their home court with a 76% winning percentage. And Julius Randle able to tee up a 3 and he sinks it. That's a big 3 right there for Minnesota. Gets their team winning 4 here. LeBron dribbles up to the elbow. Pocket pass out over to Hayes. Hayes blocked to the rim by Gobert. Goes right back over to Minnesota. McDaniels up the floor. McDaniels attacking on Luka. Luka couldn't take the charge. Offensive rebound. Put back. That is good for 2 by Jaden McDaniels as he got his own miss right back. 5-zip run all of a sudden here for Minnesota. Luka near side of the floor draws the reach and foul charge to McDaniels. We're just getting started tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And I appreciate everybody for being a part of the channel tonight. Type in the chat who you guys want to win this one tonight. Type it in Lakers or T-Wolves. Who you guys got to win in the series. 8:26 left to go in the first. Inbound goes to Luka. Towards his left around the perimeter. Luka, step back 3 in the air. Over McDaniels. He drills it. Man, Luka Doncic, a walking bucket to start off this game right now for LA as he leads the way. He's got 9 points out of the 12. Randle at the left wing perimeter. Randle towards his right and the outside. Randle, top of the key. He's guarded by Reeves. Step back 3 straight away. Randle off the back rim, no good. A rebound gets secured here by Luka. Doncic brings it up the floor as he's defended on the outside by Randle. Attacks at the low block on him. Luka, bounce pass out to the left corner. Lakers move it around the perimeter over to LeBron right now. LeBron, deep 2 jumper over Gobert off the back rim 3 times. Missed off the mark, no good. A rebound ripped away by Mike Conley from Minnesota. T-Wolves with possession. Ant-Man has it at the elbow. Rise and fire. Deep 2 jumper, left it short. 7 minutes left to go in the first. That was a great corner 3 down the far side of the floor. Anthony Edwards slides it over to Randall. On the outside, it goes out to the corner. Conley, right baseline dribble, pocket pass over to Gobert, got swiped and stolen away. Up the floor, Luka, over to the corner, right baseline dribble, Reeves circles around the paint. Austin Reeves back outside, cross-court pass broken up, picked off by Minnesota here. They got numbers in transition. Mike Conley. Conley around the perimeter finds Randall, too much dribbling and stolen right from behind by LeBron. Numbers up the floor. Out to the corner, and it's a kicked ball violation charged to Minnesota. This will take us to the first timeout of the night. 6:14 left to go in this opening quarter right now. As we head over to the first timeout, the Knicks just beat the Pistons, by the way, 123-112. So that game just wrapped up as we head over to the first timeout tonight. All right, 15-7 to the first timeout. I'm going to see, for some reason, I keep on dropping frames recently. It's definitely the internet in this hotel is not good today, probably because it rained throughout the entire day. So that's why I'm also up in Vermont, too. So my apologies if it's dropping frames right now. I'm going to have to get it back to the 2500 kbps that it was on. Because for some reason it can't take 3,000. It can do 2,500 much better. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel, type in the chat who you guys want to win this one tonight here, Lakers or T-Wolves. The first time out of this game. We got 6:14 left to go right now in the opening quarter. Yeah, not a good start right now for Minnesota. This is going to be like a slower pace tempo game. Both of these teams playing much slower pace tempo, but the Lakers finding the gaps in the T-Wolves turnovers, just making it look easy on the floor there for the Lakers as they're attacking on this Minnesota defense that just can't get back, can't get set, as the Lakers have had a couple numbers advantage opportunities so far. Luka Doncic, 9 points. He's single-handedly outscoring what the T-Wolves have on the board with 7. To begin this game. 6 points by Rui Hachimura. Great start for him, drilling 2 threes. And then for Minnesota, 3 points by Randall. Ant-Man's got just Daniels with just 2. I mean, Minnesota's got to settle down for them. 4 turnovers right now to begin this game. I talked about it a couple minutes ago. That's going to be the issue in the series. They have just way too many turnovers for them. Randall, 2 turnovers, just not aware of his surroundings. LeBron came away and swiped the basketball from behind off the dribble by Randall. And he was just unaware of his surroundings and just swiped it from behind. It's just, he always comes up short in the playoffs for Julius Randle. It's like, you look at this matchup, you see LeBron and Luka, 2 guys that can get it done in the playoffs, proven playoff winners. And then you look at the other side, Anthony Edwards, big playoffs last year, but who's the number 2 guy on Minnesota come playoff time? They traded for Julius Randle, and when it comes playoff time, Julius Randle just doesn't show up. Just not there, missing in action. Right now, Julius Randle missing in action to begin this game. He leads the way with 3 points. He's got 2 turnovers, though. You're going to be much better with your surroundings out on the floor and have better on-court awareness if you're Julius Randle right now. So we get back to action. 6:14 left to go in the first. Lakers with a possession. Luka dribbles up inside a key jumper. 13-footer straightaway. Missed off the back rim, no good. Dante DiVincenzo, first time on the floor as he brings it up the court here. DiVincenzo over to Ant-Man. Kick out corner. DiVincenzo corner 3 off the back rim. No good. A rebound secure for Austin Reeves. Dorian Finney-Smith, Hachimura, Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent, the 5 of the court. Straight away, 3 missed off the mark, no good by Hachimura. Rebound secured by Naz Reid. Anthony Edwards, Naz Reid. And Jaden McDaniels, that's the 5 in the court, plus Rudy Gobert as well. That's the 5 currently for Minnesota. Edwards, crossover, attacks inside the paint, going up, and he got fouled. Lakers thought it was a clean block there, but they're going to give him the 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Anthony Edwards. So Ant-Man right now, just 2 points currently. I think the Lakers are going to challenge this foul call picked up on the floor, saying that it was a clean. Yeah, that looked pretty clean on the last camera angle there by Gabe Vincent. Off the drive by Anthony Edwards. Edwards met right before the rim off the block by Gabe Vincent, and the referees ruled it a shooting foul charged to Gabe Vincent as the Lakers just went, and I believe they just challenged this call on the floor for LA. Yep. Yeah, that's a Lakers challenge. Lakers challenge, 5:19 left to go in the first. Yeah, it's definitely the internet connection where I am today, probably because it rained during the entire day, so we've dropped a couple frames here and there from time to time. It's looking good right now, so that's good. It's looking good right now, but yeah, feel free if I'm dropping frames or so and I'm not realizing, feel free to let me know if like the stream is ever lagging on your end or if it's choppy, because it was like a couple minutes ago, but I think I fixed it because I lowered a bit rate. But I see usually all the time the Wi-Fi symbols say like 3 out of 3 for the Wi-Fi symbols. I only got 2 out of 2 where I am right now, so it's obviously like the place that I'm at, it's like a Wi-Fi issue currently that I got going on, because when people in the chat logo doesn't pop up until a couple seconds later after their name pops up in the chat. Hey, what's good? Jay Ramirez, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, so close to 10 million. Yesterday, we had like 16,000 plus who came in yesterday, so that was pretty cool. Now, I'm going to another hotel tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be live or not tomorrow. If I am live, I'll cover the 7 o'clock game between the Cavs and the Heat tomorrow if I do go live, but I'm not sure just yet because it's going to be a new hotel. I'm not sure if they'll have the channels, plus the internet connection there might be worse, honestly. So I'm kind of close to Lake Champlain in Vermont, so I'm in that area right now, and then tomorrow we're heading back home, so we're staying tomorrow night on like the Vermont-New Hampshire border, so I don't really think that there's like good like internet connection out there, because I know some of the places in New Hampshire towards the lakes region, I know they didn't get like actual like high-speed internet access Wi-Fi until like a couple years ago. Actually, one of the guys was talking about that a couple of weeks ago. We had a guest that recorded with me at the radio studio, and he's out in Block Island, and they didn't get actual Wi-Fi on the island until right after COVID. It was like 2021, 2022. So yeah, that was a clean block there. So that is not rolled a shooting foul charged to Gabe Vincent. That was a clean block, and Minnesota wins the jump ball as we come back to action. So the Lakers just won the challenge. Minnesota maintains possession though as they win the jump ball at midcourt. Edwards at the top of the key, guarded by Reeves, dribbles up, drives, attacks the paint. Edwards, no good off the mark. A rebound secured by Dorian Finney-Smith for the Lakers. Lakers here with possession. Austin Reeves around the perimeter, defended by Rudy Gobert. Reeves launches the three. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Gobert for Minnesota. Ant-Man thought about a step back. He'll attack at the free throw circle. Outside to the corner. McDaniels with a three. Connects on it. Good stroke there from the perimeter by Jaden McDaniels. Cuts the lead to 5. 4.5 left to go in the first here. Reeves lobs it over to Hachimura. Outside to Luka. That is way too much space as DiVincenzo forgot to close out a Luka Doncic. A wide open triple. 18-10 here currently. Naz Reid attacking the paint. He scores up and off the backboard. I would go with Marriott there, Harry. So yeah, I usually don't stay at either of those teams, Marriott or Holiday Inn, but when I went to Niagara Falls back in August, we actually stayed at a Fairfield by Marriott, and that was a really good chain that we stayed at. As Luka just feasting up in this Minnesota defense, just scored again for 2. He's got more points than Minnesota total right now. 14 out of the 20 scored by Luka Doncic. With 3:45 left to go in the first. Naz Reid attacks the paint. Missed the layup, no good. This ball tipped around into the hands to Finney-Smith for the Nets. Hachimura, number 28, actually, with a defensive rebound. Luka, spin cycle, attacking, downhill, jumper, no good off the back rim. Tipped up in the air to DiVincenzo for the defensive board. DiVincenzo, push pass over to Edwards. Edwards attacks the paint. 6-point game right now. Yeah, Minnesota is going to have to push tempo. The Lakers, not too many times they fail to get back in transition defense for them. Really sound team that's just fundamentally sound for them. Austin Reeves getting into the mid-range. Missed off the mark, no good. It was halfway down in the jumper. Spun around the rim and out as Naz Reid controlled the defensive board. Edwards again dribbles up to the elbow. Edwards sneaks around as he goes with a step through and he scores for 2. Anthony Edwards going to have to single-handedly carry his team. He's got 6 points right now tonight. Luka, 14, game leader. Has it here at the free throw circle. Pocket pass outside. Hachimura back over to Luka. Fires a 3 straight away. Missed off the mark, no good. Down gets controlled by Rudy Gobert. Back to Minnesota. Edwards around the outside. Guarded by Reeves. Into the hands to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo gives it over to Naz Reid. Back over to DiVincenzo. Double teamed outside. Finds Reid. Reid hoists up a 3. That is way off the mark. Hit the bottom left part of the glass. And a loose ball foul picked up in a rebound. That is charged to Rudy Gobert for Minnesota. That's going to be his second personal foul of the night there. Pushing off the rebound. So he's in deep foul trouble early on to start off this game for Rudy Gobert. Fouls, no points right now for Gobert. Lakers by 4. Lakers with the basketball. Luka working on Randall. Lob to LeBron. Back into the game. LeBron gets it away over to Luka. Fires the pass down low. Kick out to the corner from Vanderbilt over to Gabe Vincent, who drills the triple. Good in and out ball movement there for the Lakers. Lakers by 7. 6 for 11 from 3-point range right now for LA, drilling their shots. They're one of the best teams in the NBA this season in home games. 31-10. They won on their home floor this year as McDaniels rises and fires, sends down the 3. That is actually number 9. Get the same headband there, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who just drilled a big 3, 23-19. They cut it to 4. Luka at the mid-block, lob down low with possession. Couldn't finish, was Vanderbilt. Got the rebound back underneath. Outside over to Finney-Smith as he jacks up a 3 and kaboom, sends it through. 26-19 Lakers. Reid at the mid-block, backs his way inside the key. Hook shot, skipped in. That was a friendly bounce there for Naz Reid as we're down to the final minutes. Pushing tempo, LeBron, cross-court pass over to Finney-Smith, into the hands to Luka. Luka, 12 on the timer. Luka thought about the step back, working on Naz Reid. Into the hands to Luka again. 5 in the shot clock. Luka at the mid-block, puts up the shots, draws contact, and he'll shoot 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line as he gets fouled with 41.1 seconds left to go. So 2 free throws here coming up by Luka at the free throw line. Also in the bonus right now for LA. First free throw is good. Just an automatic first quarter here. Absolute machine for Luka Doncic. Second free throw is good. He's got himself 16 points right now in the opening. 7-point lead for LA. Nikhil at the top of the 17-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out quarter. Going into the shot clock early. That shot misfired inside the key. Didn't even hit the rim. Sails out of bounds. An air ball by Julius Randle. That's just a tough shot there. Fall away towards his right. Left it off an air ball sailing towards the left side of the rim out of bounds. 2-second differential now. Shot clock and game clock to close out the end of the first. LeBron. Guarded by Naz Reid. 101. 5 in the shot clock here. LeBron. Crossover. Takes on Naz Reid attacking the paint. LeBron off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound controlled by the Lakers. Couldn't get a shot off in time though at the buzzer. And we close out the end of the opening quarter. Luka Doncic, 16 points for the LA Lakers to the end of the opening quarter of action right now as we close out the end of the first. Just unstoppable. Nothing bigger, nothing better than playoff Luka. Just an absolutely amazing start for Luka tonight. 16 points, 11 minutes played, 5 for 10 shooting from the floor, 3 for 6 from the perimeter. It's just goes to the pass with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They just keep on getting haunted by Luka Doncic. Luka, he's if he keeps on the track that he's on, he's going to drop down 60 plus tonight. He is a quarter of the way to 64. Right now for Luka Doncic, which is his pace tonight. If you do 16 times 4, 64, that he's on track for this game to finish right now through one quarter. Just insane. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell right now as well if you guys are new on the channel. Yeah, my apologies if it does drop frames. It's definitely the hotel Wi-Fi is not that good tonight. So, might be a little bit choppy from time to time during the stream. Luka Doncic with 16. LeBron's got nothing. I mean, LeBron hasn't scored so far. 0 for 2 shooting from the floor. Only played 8 minutes. And talked about in the pregame that having Luka on the team, it allows LeBron to conserve energy and save more energy to be the closer late in these games for him to make sure that he's able to win these games in like the final minutes or so down in crunch time and be able to take his team with a really, really deep playoff run for LeBron. Nothing going so well right now from Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, 6 points, 5 points by Jaden McDaniels. Julius Randle, just 3 points in 7 minutes, 2 turnovers by Randle. Just an embarrassing start for Minnesota. Naz Reid's got 4 off the bench. But Mike Conley, he's got nothing. Rudy Gobert, terrible start for him. No points. Just 3 rebounds, 2 personal fouls. Going to be on the bench for quite a bit of time with those 2 personal fouls for him. Just rough start in general for the T-Wolves. Turnovers a major issue in the first quarter. 4 turnovers. Couple of passes that they airmailed into the first row of this. More so like the second, third, fourth row of the seats. It flew right past the first row. It's that high. That offline in some of those passes that they made. All right, 28-21, Lakers, 11-2, second chance points. Lakers out hustling the T-Wolves for offensive rebounds. That's a bad sign for Minnesota because the Lakers don't really have that starting center on their team that they were supposed to get at the trade deadline. They get Jackson Hayes as their main big man for LA, yet they're controlling this game on the glass. 12-11, plus 1 in rebounds, 5-1 in the offensive rebounds column. Don't see that too often. This basketball got stuck at the back iron. Referees called it dead. It's going to result in a jump ball between Minnesota and LA here at the midcourt logo. T-Wolves again control the tip. T-Wolves down by 7. Backing your way to the mid-block. Turnaround jumper. Hit is good. That's a tough shot for the T-Wolves right. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who just made it for 2. 5-point game. LeBron steps into a 3. Looking to score. Missed it off the rim. Short, out of bounds. Last touched off of Vanderbilt. (28-23) Minnesota driving kick out to the corner, and they draw another triple. Starting to heat up right now at the right moment. That is Jaden McDaniels from downtown. It's a 2-point game. Lakers with possession. Luka currently on the bench right now. Austin Reeves going up. His shot, no good. Got fouled. Hunting down Mike Conley. 2 free throws here coming up at the line for Austin Reeves. On the shot. Wow. So yeah, JJ Redick was wondering the call to the officials there. They did not get him on the shot. That looked like it was on the shot. This is going to be placed as an inbound for the Lakers. So inbound goes to the Lakers, whereas Redick was looking for the foul that occurred on the shot. Back it goes to Reeves. Reeves dribbles up, low block, fall away, right over McDaniels. He connects on it. 4-point lead here for LA. T-Wolves with possession. Randall slides it over to Reed, bobbled back into the hands to Julius Randle. Randall, only 3 points so far tonight. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, as he drives downhill to the rim, floats up a tough shot, and he scores. 30-28. Luka right now on the bench. Austin Reeves driving downhill, left it short off the rim. A rebound ripped away out of the pack. It is the T-Wolves with a defensive rebound. Reed up the floor finds Conley. Mike Conley yet to score so far tonight. Over to Naz Reed at the top. Shovel pass underneath Randall. Bobbled it, got it back. They just got to settle down with the basketball here if they're Minnesota. Reed hoists up a 3 and he sinks it. First lead in the night for Minnesota. 31-30 for the T-Wolves. Yeah, Naz Reed, different shooting stroke compared to a lot of guys. It's kind of hard to project when he's going to go up for that jump shot. And that was a nice stroke there for the perimeter for him. Just goes up very unexpected and knocks it down. LeBron, nothing still as he bricked the 3 off the rim. Goes back to Minnesota. Corner 3 off the mark. Misfire by Randall. Battle for the rebound. They come up with it, and they put it back up and in by McDaniels. Depth right now playing a big part for Minnesota recently. Couple second chance opportunities. The T-Wolves all of a sudden on a 7-zip run last minute and a half span. And the Lakers not happy about what they're seeing. They have to burn a timeout. 9:15 left to go before halftime here. What a turn of event in this game. As we've got completely changed turn of events. Luka Doncic, 16 points in the opening quarter, but without Luka Doncic, this Lakers team faltering. Minnesota 12-2 run to start off the second quarter as we head to the timeout. Luka Doncic tonight, +7. Guys off the bench really struggling, though, for the Lakers. -7 for Jared Vanderbilt. -5 for Dorian Finney-Smith. -6 for Gabe Vincent off the bench. Jordan Goodwin's played 2 minutes tonight. He's a -5. Whereas the bench has been a ++ for Minnesota. Naz Reed, +11 off the bench. +7 by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And Dante DiVincenzo at +1. Jaden McDaniels +6. Mike Conley +2. AFC playoff seeding. Let's see here. So Harry puts out Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Broncos, and wow, you got the Patriots at number 7. Yeah, I would love to see that. If the Patriots get the final wild card spot, I still think it's probably going to be a rebuilding year for them, but I think they're going to be really close. Like either like 7-10, 8-9, but yeah, 9-8. That might seem realistic for the Patriots next year for them, but I think they're probably like a year plus away or so, probably 2026 playoffs instead of 2025 this year for them, but we shall see. That would be awesome if they make the... Yeah, those 3 have been the top 3 for a while. Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, and more so Chiefs, Bills, or Chiefs, Ravens, Bills. That's been more like it within the last couple of years or so. Steelers, low-key, always have like a good team that like finds their way in somehow through their defense. So that could be one of them that's like a back-end team, like alongside probably that like 5, 6, or 7 spot for the Steelers too. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody for joining in, being a part in the channel here. I'm actually away on vacation, so that's why the entire background looks completely different here. My apologies if the stream for some reason is having some difficulty with like dropping frames or so. I saw that was like an issue around like 20 minutes ago. Not so much right now, which is good. I'm going to see if I can bring up the bit rate without this starting to like falter or so, because it seems like the internet's much slower here. They got to get Luka back on the floor for LA, because Luka's done the large bulk of the scoring tonight. 16 points out of the 30. That's more than half of the points. LeBron's going to get going right now. No points in 11 minutes. 0 for 4 shooting. 0 for 2 from the perimeter by LeBron James. Very uncharacteristic-like right now as we come back to action. 33-30. LeBron lob over the top, and Jackson Hayes couldn't send it through as he sent it flying off the rim, ricocheting right back over to the Minnesota defense. Naz Reid, shovel pass out to the corner, into the hands to McDaniels. McDaniels, rise and fire, 14-footer, missed off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, and right back to him as the Lakers forgot to box out, and he scored for 2. 35-30, part of a 14-2 run, last 4+ minutes here for Minnesota. And Luka Doncic still on the bench currently for LA. Cross-court pass into the hands to LeBron. LeBron's got to get going right now. Nothing in the scoreboard. 0 for 4 shooting. LeBron inside the key. Fall away. He got it and one. Finally, LeBron James is on the board with 8:23 left to go in the second. He's going to have an and one coming up here. So an and one coming up on the King James right now. His first basket of the night at the 8:23 mark remaining before halftime. One shot here at the line for LeBron. That free throw is good. Two-point game. Minnesota crosses midcourt. Mike Conley, guarded by LeBron at the right wing perimeter. Lobs over to Naz Reid on top. Sends it over to his left to McDaniels. The lob gets sent to the left baseline to Julius Randle. Outside over to McDaniels. McDaniels, lob to Randle. 6 in the timer. Finds Reid at the right wing. Reid moves it out to the top of the key. A three-point shot taken straight away. Missed off the mark. No good by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jackson Hayes with a defensive rebound. Up the floor to Luka. Luka back on the floor right now for the LA Lakers as Luka turns the corner, attacks the paint, dish outside, left corner 3, LA off the mark, no good, tipped out to the perimeter, nobody there, and Minnesota's running the floor with numbers, 3-on-1, they trade up an open 2 for an open 3, and that works out in their favor because Mike Conley sends down the 3 ball. 38-33, largest lead in the game for Minnesota, up by 5. They'll try it again for the Lakers. Luka, cross-court pass over to Austin Reeves. Reeves guarded by Naz Reid. Reeves dribbles up inside the paint. Bounce pass underneath. Jackson Hayes double team goes up, gets fouled. And 2 free throws here coming up at the line for Jackson Hayes for LA. And stay tuned at halftime. Going to have a little character creature here coming on the stream. Hopefully at halftime coming up shortly. So make sure to stay tuned and stay in the know for that little guy. Little guy was very, very good today for him. Very well behaved during this vacation. And not as expected here. First free throw missed. Off the back rim, no good by Jackson Hayes. Second free throw by Hayes, and he connects on that. Right now for Minnesota. Minnesota outscoring the Lakers 17-6 in the second quarter. Mike Conley over to his right to Naz Reid. Reid hands it off to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Into the hands to Reid. Reid takes on Austin Reeves. Back out on top to Nickeil. And the Lakers pick up a reach-in foul here with 7 minutes left to go. Check that. That's going to be called defensive 3 seconds. That is on Jackson Hayes on a technical defensive 3 seconds for hovering in the paint for too long. So that's a technical free throw that the T-Wolves make. So 5-point lead by Minnesota. DiVincenzo check into the game here for the T-Wolves. DiVincenzo lobbed to Rudy Gobert. It's Dante DiVincenzo, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Naz Reid, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He fires the 3, missed off the mark, no good. Deflected out of bounds, is off of Gobert. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now as we're down to under 7 minutes left to go before halftime. 5-point lead here for Minnesota. Lakers with possession. Luka Doncic on the court with Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, turned over there by Luka, and Zach, it goes to Nickeil, blocked from behind by LeBron. Right back it goes to the Lakers. There's LeBron, comes out with a block. Hachimura, dribble, drive, penetrates the paint, goes up, and gets swatted out of bounds, and the referees are pointing in the T-Wolves direction there. This will be Minnesota basketball. For Minnesota, I think they're going to do a solid job taking care of the basketball for them and to dominate the glass too. They're a much bigger team for them in this series. Lakers lacking that rim protection because they don't really have like that starting caliber big man with Jackson Hayes, as we see Minnesota come up with an offensive rebound, leading to 3 points off the 3 that just got made by Naz Reid. That is 3 second chance points there. Yeah, second chance points, offensive rebounds, limiting turnovers. That's a must for Minnesota. Minnesota able to force a miss, and Dante DiVincenzo a wide open layup. JJ Redick, you got to call a timeout right now. This is getting out of hand. The Lakers were up early on, 28-21, and all of a sudden it's a 23-6 run by the T-Wolves in the last 7 minutes plus. Lakers in trouble. LeBron yet to really get going tonight. He has it guarded at the top of the key by Gobert. LeBron crossover, drives on. Rudy Gobert, no good. Blocked off the glass by Gobert. Here goes Minnesota pushing tempo. 3-on-2, corner 3. Naz Reid, swoosh. This is getting out of hand right now. 47-34, timeout finally by JJ Redick. You got sharpshooters on this team. Naz Reid, really good start for him right now. Really, really good start for Naz Reid. 13 points in 13 minutes off the bench for Naz Reid, plus 21 on the floor. 5 rebounds and a block. Well, what a start. He is 3 for 4 from 3, 5 for 7 from the floor shooting. Anthony Edwards has only got himself 6 points here. Here's all tonight. McDaniels, he's got 14. 6 for 8 from the floor shooting. Naz Reid, 13 points. 7 points by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And Anthony Edwards is the number 4 scorer right now for Minnesota, which is 6 points total. Luka Doncic, one-man show, 16 points all in the first quarter, yet to score, with 5:19 left to go in the second. Rui Hachimura's got 6. Everybody else with 3 or fewer. LeBron James, non-existent tonight. Just a head-scratcher. He's 1 for 7 shooting right now for LeBron. Yeah, this T-Wolves team's a really, really deep team for them. What's good, Mike? Thanks for joining and appreciate here for being a part of the stream again. Yeah, this Minnesota team looking really, really good. 6th man of the year last year. And he's shown why just bench points are so important come playoff time, why like overall team depth could help Minnesota win this series. If Minnesota goes on to win this game, remember this game if they go on to win the series. Because the Lakers had been one of the top teams at home this season, Minnesota. Because they're going to have to steal one back in either Game 3 or Game 4. Or it's not going to look so hot for LA based on their track record this year at having a bunch of success in home games. Knicks came all the way back, and they beat the Pistons in the first game today, 123-112. So, little guy will be coming up here at halftime momentarily, down to 5:14. So, feel free to join in at halftime and keep up here with the stream as we got a visitor who will be coming in here on the stream during halftime today. (26-6), second quarter advantage in favor of Minnesota. Luka Doncic left to right on the floor right now for the Lakers. Luka at the right wing off the double team. Bounce pass behind his back, sets up a wide open 3 by Rui Hachimura, and he swishes it. That was much needed. Cuts the lead to 10. It's 47-37. Under 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Edwards back of the floor. Only got himself 6 points so far tonight for Ant-Man. Slides it off to his left to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo open 3 off the off fake. Missed off the mark. No good. This ball tipped around. Another offensive rebound going back to Minnesota as they put up a 3. Missed off the rim. No good there by Edwards. Luka Doncic thought about the step back, attacks on Gobert. Luka floats up the runner, couldn't get it to drop, but he did get fouled. And 2 free throws coming up at the line here for Luka, down to 4:27 left to go before half. So 2 free throws coming up right now by Luka. First one's good. Yeah, make sure to vote in that poll if you guys haven't already done so. If you guys like to win this one, make sure to vote there. 69-31 right now, going for the Lakers to take this game tonight. Second shot by Luka is good. It's been a one-man show tonight in this game for LA. 47-39 with under 4.5 left. 3 timeouts remaining in this game. Minnesota has got every single timeout in their pocket remaining still. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, bounce pass over to the baseline corner. Naz Reid backs his way, bouncing bodies off Austin Reeves. Reid, jumper, no good, got fouled. 2 free throws coming up here for Minnesota with Naz Reid. And this is getting out of control here currently. Naz Reid take it over in a big way so far today. Naz Reid off the bench, plus 16, 13 points, at the moment. And the first free throw is off the mark. No good. Missed by Reed. Yeah, just so much depth in this Minnesota team for them. Second free throw is good. (48-39), down to 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Luka's got 18 after that. Hachimura's got 9. Luka, crossover at the left wing. Step back three in the air over Randall. Left it short off the rim. Tipped off the glass. Tipped around. And the rebound controlled out of the pack here by DiVincenzo. Up the floor off to Randall. Back out to Naz Reid. Over to his left to Anthony Edwards. Playing really hungry right now for Minnesota. They were down early on 28-21. Now lead by 9. Looking to add to it. Yes, they do. Naz Reid tonight is in the zone. The corner three is good. 51-39, Naz Reid, 17 off the bench in 15 minutes, 4 for 5 from the perimeter. LeBron sneaks his way right around Randall up and in off the backboard. 51-41 currently. Hey, what's good, Dale? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Edwards gives it off to Randall. Little give and go right now. Ant-Man attacking the rim right over. One defender soars up, and he draws the contact, and he'll shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line. That is on the back end of this play here. Second free throw is good by Edwards. 53-41. As we're just above 3 minutes left to go before halftime here. Lakers in trouble. Down by 12 currently. LeBron at the top, guarded by Naz Reid. LeBron, 1-on-1, takes on Reid at the free throw circle. Jumper, 18-footer. LeBron James sinks it. 10-point game right now as Minnesota has possession back. Randall inside the key, outside DiVincenzo as he's able to blow past one defender being Vincent. Jacked up the 3 straight away. Missed off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound controlled by McDaniels from Minnesota. McDaniels bobbled it, got it back. McDaniels, 6 in the timer. McDaniels lost the handle, though. A reach and foul charge to LA here. This will stop the clock with 2:29. So once again, Minnesota gets the inbound. Anthony Edwards, kick out, corner. Randall, corner 3, connects on it. It's a good shot right there from the perimeter. 56-43 as Minnesota holds a 13-point lead. Approaching the 2-minute mark left to play here before halftime. Edge of the midcourt logo for Luka Doncic. Luka off the screen set by Hachimura. Dribbles towards his left around the perimeter. Luka. LeBron out to the corner, out of bounds as Austin Reeves is off his mark. And LeBron passed it to nobody. Off the no-look pass to the right corner. That's a turnover. Man, a rough game here in the second quarter for the Lakers. Just absolutely getting dominated by the T-Wolves. The depth here for the T-Wolves playing a major role in the outcome of this game. Edwards yet to take over. Looking to do so with a 3 over Luka off the back from no good. A rebound secured by Reeves. Lakers with possession. Gotta go right now for LA with a minute and a half left to go before halftime. Luka backs his way inside the key. Puts up the shot over one defender. Draws the contact by McDaniels. And Luka gets the benefit of the call. This will be 2 free throws coming up here at the line. So 2 shots here coming up by Luka. Minute 24 left to go before halftime. Let's see here. Harry puts out NFC playoff seeding. Packers, Eagles, Rams. Wow, the Panthers. I would be shocked to see the Panthers all the way up to the 4 spot next year for them. The Lions back at 5. I think the Lions are going to be like a top 3 team next year in the NFC. So are the Commanders as well for them. Commanders were really solid this past year, and then the Bears at 7 years. There's a couple of them that I would disagree upon or so, Panthers and Bears. specifically, especially the Bears, because I just don't think that Caleb Williams is ready yet to be like a playoff team for Chicago in the future. So yeah, I don't like the Bears' chances at making the playoffs for next year. Well, it's good, Uncle Pizzle. Welcome back, brother. Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you back in the stream, man. Got a turnover here. Charge to Julius Randle pushing off, resulting in the offensive foul. So Randle off the double team. He just shoved off Austin Reeves down to the hardwood as he hit the deck and got called on the offensive foul. .107 left to go before halftime. LeBron, handoff Luka. Outside of Reeves. Reeves launches the three. Off the back rim, no good. LeBron tips it up in the air. Got it back, though, for the offensive rebound here. Final 50 seconds left to go before half. Vanderbilt. Bounce pass, backdoor cutting. LeBron, who scores and got the buck. 56-47, and one coming up by LeBron. That was actually assisted backdoors. Finney Smith, who recorded the assist. I got Clippers in that series. I think it's going to go 7 games, but I like the Clippers in that one. Yeah, Clippers closed out the season for them. They were like one of the hottest teams in the league. Free throw is good by LeBron. LeBron's got 10 points in this quarter all through the second quarter. Was held scoreless in the first. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 15 in the shot clock right now for Minnesota. Backs his way in the Reeves. Shovel pass inside the key. Randle got a strip, lost it. Turnover. Once again by Julius Randle for the third time tonight. Lakers with possession. Looking to cut the deficit. Corner 3 right here by Finney Smith. Missed off the mark. No good as DiVincenzo soars out for the defensive rebound. Shot clock is down now off. Minnesota, final possession to close out before halftime right here. 12 seconds left to go. Anthony Edwards, edge in the midcourt logo. Bounce pass towards his right around the perimeter. Nickeil Alexander-Walker gets bumped into and fouled. That's with 4.6 seconds left. Hey, what's good? Ricardo, welcome in. Taking the T-Wolves for this one. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win tonight here? T-Wolves or Lakers? Hey, yeah, hope so, man. So, Uncle Pizzle's got a little wine bar, looks like, called Bubblegum Bar, 10 minutes from his house. Been open for 5 weeks. That's awesome, man. 3-point shot drilled right at the buzzer by Minnesota by Dante DiVincenzo off the inbound, and that's how they close out going to halftime. Minnesota looking to steal one tonight. What a comeback in the first half. They were down early on, 28-21. Dante DiVincenzo launching a 3 right over the top of Austin Reeves. Splashes it through right as the time expires at the buzzer to close out going to halftime. Couldn't ask for a better start for Minnesota in the first half, coming on back. A humongous second quarter. 38-20 second quarter in favor of the T-Wolves as we head over to half. Wow, just the tides have switched in this game right now. Lakers got to get other guys to step it up. Luka Doncic, responsible for a lot of the points. He had 16 points at the end of the first quarter, but went completely dormant for the rest of the first quarter for him. So he's really going to step it up. And rest of the team for sure. LeBron, nothing in the first quarter. Had himself 10 points in the second quarter for LeBron. So he's the number 2 scorer behind Luka, but that's all they got here. Austin Reeves, nothing much for him tonight. Just 2 points. And just let up a massive 3 over the top by DiVincenzo that he contested. So Austin Reeves tonight, tough game in the opening half. 2 points by Austin Reeves, 1 for 6 shooting. He's a minus 13 on the floor. It's basically Luka and LeBron. That's how 30 out of the 48 points have been combined so far. Luka with 20, 16 in the first quarter, just 4 in the second quarter. LeBron's got 10, 0 in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter. After that, everybody else with 9 or fewer. Rui Hachimura with 9. And then the big drop-off after that, everybody else with 3 or fewer. Gabe Vincent's got 3. Dorian Finney-Smith has 3. And then Austin Reeves with 2. Jackson Hayes with just 1. And Jackson Hayes just 3 rebounds for the starting center on the team. That's problematic. And if the Lakers lose this series, that's going to be the main reason why for them, is because Minnesota's going to have to just go off second chance opportunities. They've done that tonight here for the T-Wolves. 14 points by Jaden McDaniels. He is not the top scorer. He's the top starter that's scoring points right now. But the leading scorer is actually Naz Reid. Naz Reid with 17. Just an absolute gem of a first half by Naz Reid. 17 points in 18 minutes, 6 for 8 shooting, 4 for 5 from 3, a plus 19 on the floor. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker off the bench, he's a plus 16 for his box plus minus tonight. Anthony Edwards only 8 points, just shooting 3 for 9. But they get themselves an 11-point lead. Things looking really good here for the Minnesota Timberwolves, despite just single digits going into halftime with just 8 points by Edwards. Yeah, appreciate it, Marcos. Thanks so much, man. So, yeah, I'll go through what I have for my bracket, actually, for, like, predictions here. I'll see if I can bring it up. Some of the series matchups I was going back and forth on for some of the series matchups. Yeah, that I'll give my reasoning out here, because I didn't have time to do, like, a bracket prediction video because I was so busy, like, the week leading up to the playoffs. But this is what I filled out on my bracket. So I get the Thunder over the Grizzlies in the first round. I'll go through all my first round predictions. So I get the Thunder over the Grizzlies. Kind of shocked to see that the Grizzlies made it in, considering they had fired their head coach like a month ago. I honestly thought they were going to falter and lose to Dallas last night, but they came through and won that game. But yeah, there's a lot of concern with John Morant's injury. Like, it's like he always gets injured at the worst time, and he's been on and off the floor due to injury this year. So I don't see the Grizzlies really testing out the Thunder. The Grizzlies were just dropping down. Like the last month of the season, they really just took a nosedive downwards. At one point, they were the number 2 team in the West. At one point, back in early January, they were tied with Houston for the same record out in the West. This was going back like 3 months ago, and they took a nosedive all the way down to the 8 seed for them. I think Vegas actually asked me, let's see, I'll go back to that here in the chat, how many games do I see Rockets Warriors going to? Probably around 6, I see it, with those two teams. I like Golden State in that series. I'm trying to not disrespect Houston or anything, but proven playoff winners all over the map for Golden State, whereas Houston, they got a lot of just really tough dudes that force turnovers and stuff like that. Really, really solid defense, but they just don't have that playoff experience. That's why I'm concerned about Houston. I'll go down here with my first round predictions. I like the Clippers in 7 to beat the Nuggets. That's going to be a really good series. Thunder Grizzlies, the one I talked about. I think it's either 4 or 5 in that series that OKC is going to win. Clippers Nuggets, I see that one going to 7, and I think the Clippers are going to win that one. Clippers are really eventually, like, Jokic. Today he got help. Aaron Gordon had 48 points. The question is that going to be, like, consistent? Like, are those guys going to be consistent between, like, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray at 21, but only went 7 for 20 shooting today for him? Are those guys going to become consistent and have an excellent series? Because if they are, they're capable of winning it in that series. But Russell Westbrook, it's about, like, if he limits his mistakes too in that series, because Jokic is going to get his points. He's going to have a massive, massive series. He's the best player in the series. It's that James Harden, Kawhi, if those guys stay healthy, I think they can. I really like what I saw last month of the season out of the Clippers. So that's why I give the Clippers the upper hand over the Nuggets, who had fired their head coach a couple weeks ago too. Lakers, T-Wolves, I think this one's very well capable of going to 7. I actually took the Lakers in this series to win, based on that they have Luka and LeBron. They got 2 playoff winners, whereas Anthony Edwards been able to carry his team in the past last year in the playoffs. But you get a guy like Naz Reid stepping up huge That's awesome from Minnesota. They've been playing some really good basketball recently. And I would not be shocked if Minnesota wins this series because they're 17-4 in their last 21 games for them. And then the Lakers, Warriors, I do like Golden State in that series. I think it's going to 6 in that series. I do like Golden State to beat the Rockets in the 7-2 series. Just based on playoff experience. Like Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry. They just don't... Houston just doesn't have that guy on their team or so. As we'll get to our little guy here in just a moment. And over in the East, Cavs, Heat, like the Cavs in that series, either 4 or 5. People are talking about like the Heat stunning the Cavs. I don't see it though. Really don't see it. The Heat were lucky that they're in the playoffs. They almost let one slip last night. That was a close one. They almost let that slip to the Hawks. Pacers, Bucks, really good series here. But I like the depth of Indiana. I think like by the time they get Damian Lillard back, it's either going to be the next game, it's either game 2 or game 3. I think by that time it's going to be too little too late. Like this Pacers team, they're like one of the most like underrated teams out there for them. They got swept last year by the Celtics, and when you think about like a sweep, you're like, oh yeah, it's like a blowout sweep. Well, that wasn't a blowout sweep. I think the Celtics won four of those games by a combined like 18 points or something like that last year. Like it was so close. Every single one of those games was close in that series. And plus Indiana didn't have Benedict Mathurin. They started off the season rough. They were like in 10th, 11th, 12th place in like the first month of the season, and then they jumped all the way up to the 4th spot in the East for them. So they've been playing some really good basketball recently. They're a deep team. Their style of play, they play really fast. That can pose problems to other teams. Whereas Giannis just needs help. Like if I'm Giannis, like I think he's a free agent this year, the offseason. I'm heading on to Milwaukee. If I'm Giannis, I'm heading out of the Bucks organization and signing elsewhere in the offseason because just an absolute disservice what they've done to Giannis, getting him Kyle Kuzma at the trade deadline, and then Kyle Kuzma, who is supposedly the third option, which is supposedly the upgrade to Chris Middleton, which he's not, gets 0 points in the first playoff game. Just terrible start from Milwaukee, getting pounded today by Indiana. I like the Knicks over the Pistons. That's probably going to go in a 6 for my prediction, just based on playoff experience. I was going back and forth with that one. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if the Pistons take it. It's just the Knicks with their playoff series, whereas the Pistons, this is their first go around in the playoffs, so once they get that first go around or so, things will be different next year, and they'll probably win a series, but I expect it to be the Knicks with their former playoff series to get them over the hump. They came back and won that game. They were trailing at one point going into the fourth quarter, and the Knicks came back and won today. And then the Celtics against the Magic, that's either going 4 or 5. Magic have played the Celtics close before, but Celtics lead the league in 3-point makes per game. Magic rank dead last in 3-point makes per game. So if the Magic go on these lengthy like scoring droughts for them, that they're just lethargic offensively and cannot put the ball into the basket for like 5-minute plus scoring droughts, if that's the case, I mean, it's not going to be a good series at all because the Celtics got multiple weapons so deep too. I feel like they're deeper than last year's team because they built up so many guys just in and out of the rotation that they allowed themselves to build up guys like Peyton Pritchard, a 6th Man of the Year player this year. Luke Cornett having an outstanding season. He's like top 5 in the NBA in box plus minus this season for Luke Cornett. They build up all those guys. Plus they got Al Horford off the bench when everybody is healthy. And then Porzingis just completely changes everything. Plus you got a closer with Derek White who knocks down a ton of shots late in games. It's just so many pieces there that the Magic's going to have a tough time, I feel like, going up against the Celtics. Like, the Magic are going to have this just defensive masterpiece for them to keep them in games against Boston, if that's possible. Hey, what's good? Anastasia, welcome in. Ron, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Right now at halftime, if you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and We'll get our little guy right now on the stream some airtime. So introducing my tortoise, Mr. Tops, right now at halftime. Here he comes as we start off the 10 o'clock hour with Mr. Tops on the East Coast. And he is still up and he's still awake currently today. He traveled pretty well. So traveled all the way up to Vermont. And here you go, big boy. Smile for the camera, buddy. And there he is. There's my tortoise, Mr. Tops. And nice happy face tonight there from Mr. Tops. Yeah, he's quite active moving his claws tonight. He's getting into his pregame warm-ups tomorrow for Jason Tatum, going over his stretching for tomorrow there, buddy. So good job. He's stretching out his head. His head is completely out of his shell, and that's like the groundhog on Groundhog Day. If his head stretches out of his shell, that means that Jason Tatum's going to have a great playoff series, and there he is. He's poking his head up and out of his shell, and yep, you want Jason Tatum to be the NBA Finals MVP this year, don't you, buddy? Good job. He just blinked his eyes. That means yes. So whenever he blinks his eyes, that means yes for Mr. Tops. So there he is, and there's Mr. Tops for you guys. Does pretty well traveling on vacation. Didn't do well a couple nights ago, though. He was climbing up and down stuff at night. I get a score recap. I actually didn't see the Red Sox today, but maybe that's old, actually, because they played the White Sox a while ago for them. Oh, they're playing them once again. That's interesting. They've already play the White Sox a couple times. 4-3 today. Red Sox right now are 12-10 for them. Wow. Wow, they were like below 500 a couple of games ago for them. White Sox are 4-16. They had a lot of issues a couple weeks ago against the White Sox. So good to see. And they're playing these games at Fenway, bouncing back. It was really nice weather, I believe, at Fenway today. I heard it reached like 90 degrees out towards like Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Somebody was putting out. It's like 83 in Boston this afternoon. I'm up in Vermont on vacation towards Lake Champlain, Burlington, Vermont. So it was much cooler. It was like I think like 65 degrees it got to today. But we were out going to a couple of different places. So we were out kind of towards like Waterbury and Stowe, where it's like 60. Out towards Ben and Jerry's today. In that area. So yeah, we're up in like the mountain region in the Green Mountains of Vermont. So back where I live, it got up to like 68 in southeast Mass, but I heard like other places like an hour north of me, like Boston, got up to 83. Springfield, Mass got up to 89. Windsor Locks, Connecticut, Hartford, Connecticut got up to 90 today. Just crazy temperatures all around. And then Block Island was like 52 degrees because they get that whole wind breeze. Hyannis on Cape Cod was like 55. Provincetown was 55. So just crazy temperatures. Newport was 55 today. Like crazy temperatures with like a 15 to 20 mile difference. That Providence was 70 degrees. And then you head south towards Newport. It was like 55 today. So here we go. Start to the third quarter. Lakers going to have to turn things around right now as we start off this third quarter left to right on the floor for LA. Or it's Minnesota who has the opening possession. Minnesota actually going left to right. Lakers going right to left. And Minnesota starts off with a picked off a corner three. And that is made by Jaden McDaniels from the far side corner for the triple. Yo, welcome in Jericho on the stream. Thanks for joining in tonight here. Stringer Bell, welcome back in. John, thanks for joining in. Wow, 80s out in New Jersey there today. 62-48. Lakers just turned it over on their opening possession to begin the third. Not a good start for LA here. Minnesota with it back. Edwards. Bounce pass towards his right into the hands to Conley. Gives it over to Edwards. Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels, the five on the floor. Edwards missed the first shot. Got it back off. It's a rebound outside. Randle, open three. Connects on it. This game right now is getting out of control. Second chance points, offensive rebounds all over the map. by Minnesota, 7-6 offensive rebounds in favor of the T-Wolves. And the Lakers early on in this game were up in the offensive rebound column 5-1. Ever since, it has been 6-1 offensive rebounds in favor of Minnesota, as Minnesota off the Lakers miss attacking inside the paint, and it's laid up and in off the glass for 2. 19-point lead right now for the T-Wolves. Austin Reeves steps into a 3. Missed off the back rim, no good. Just a nightmare of a game here shooting for the Lakers as Minnesota controls the defensive rebound. T-Wolves with possession. Edwards looking for the early knockout punch. Right here, he's got it. 70-48. This game ain't close right now. Timeout taken on the floor by LA. Lakers were down to 3 timeouts going into halftime. Now they're down to 2. Anthony Edwards with what appears to be potentially the early dagger in this game. With 10:08 left to go in the third, it is all Minnesota, second quarter and beyond as we head over to the timeout. Coming out hungry tonight. Talk about stealing a game here from Minnesota. The Lakers, number 3 in the NBA, with a 31-10 home record for them, right behind the Thunder and the Cavs for the best home record in the NBA. Minnesota comes to LA as the 6th seed, game 1 of the series, and they pour it on. This is part of a 49-20 run since the start of the second quarter. 49-20 run here for Minnesota. I would go with Edwards now today for Anthony Edwards over LeBron right now. Because, I mean, for a second option, there's a big gap there in a second option. LeBron's got Luka. This is the first season, I think, in his career that he's under 25 points per game. For like average here, he had like a whole like 19-year streak for LeBron. Yeah, lack of rim protection right now is becoming evident. Jackson Hayes, 3 rebounds tonight, has played just 8 minutes of its entirety in this game. Like, not making a trade for the center, that's really going to come back to bite this team. Austin Reeves having a tough game too. Like, he's supposed to be the third option behind Luka and LeBron. He's non-existent today. Austin Reeves, 2 points in 22 minutes, shooting 1 for 7. It's basically 2 guys tonight combining for 30 out of the 48. Whereas Minnesota, they're the much deeper team. A 17 off the bench by Naz Reid. McDaniels, who's a starter, he's got 19 points. That's massive. And Anthony Edwards has 11. Usually it's Anthony Edwards that will have like 25, 30 plus points. And just good production here out of some of the role player guys tonight. Like Naz Reid last year, 6th player of the year, looking solid tonight. Jaden McDaniels, like, pouring in the points like this, 19 points for him on 80% shooting. I mean, that's awesome for him. I got to up this bit rate too. It looks like my frame drop usage is down. It looks like I was... The Wi-Fi here has been just back and forth, not so great or so. So I'm going to see if I can up this rate. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked about that. Clippers been playing really well for them recently. So John puts out winner of the Nuggets-Clippers. Going to be in the Western Conference Finals. The Nuggets took that first game today to get the best player in the world with a joker. 14-0 run. Last 2 minutes and 40 seconds here for the T-Wolves. And LeBron drills the corner jumper. That's good on a 3 down the near side corner. 70-51. Another 10 minutes left to go in the third. Julius Randle at the top of the key. On the floor to Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert, Jaden McDaniels. Lob over the top. It is Randle over to Gobert. Throws it down with a 2-minute flush. Both of these teams were even in the regular season, 2-2 against one another. T-Wolves won both of their games at home. The Lakers won both of their games at home. And then they played one another just once after the trade deadline with Luka. And the Lakers won that game. I believe it was 112-103. It was in late February. So Lakers won that game on their home floor, and right now the Lakers struggling tonight in their home court. This is a big game here for Minnesota. As Minnesota it's the Lakers here with a block from behind. LeBron attacks the paint, kick out corner. Austin Reeves open three, drills it. 62-54. Austin Reeves finally decides to show up and drill a shot. Under 9 minutes left to go in the third here. Randall into the hands to Conley. Conley around the perimeter. Lob inside the paint over to Julius Randle. Outside to the corner. Great ball movement here for Minnesota as they attack downhill to the rim. No good. Missed off the mark by Julius Randle. Got it back and he scored up in and off the backboard with a putback. Nothing going on for the rim protection at all for the Lakers. Having some serious issues protecting the glass here. Plus 10 rebounds in favor of Minnesota, 29-19. I think that the Nuggets are worse than last year. They fired their head coach. They lost Contavious Caldwell-Pope. So yeah, I think they're actually worse than last year for Denver. Jamal Murray's been dealing with injury. In and out of the lineup, so is Aaron Gordon. It's basically Jokic that's carried that team. That was a positive spot today, though. They got 28 points out of Aaron Gordon. First round of the playoffs is Luka loses the handle, turned it over. Conley up the floor, jacks up the three, bullseye. 77-54 for the T-Wolves. Everybody scoring buckets. Mike, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Luka slides it over to Hachimura. Back into the hands to Luka. Luka at the low block. Over to Rui. Moves it over to Austin Reeves. 10 in the shot clock. Outside finds Hachimura. Into the hands to LeBron. LeBron puts up the three. Bumped into and fouled. I believe it's going to be before the shot here. It's charged to Randall. Man, Lakers came out. They were looking really well to start off this game. They were up 28-21 at one point in the first quarter. Luka had 16 points in the first quarter. He's only got 4 points ever since right now. Inbound goes to Luka. Luka backs his way at the mid-block. Luka takes on McDaniels, goes up, got it stripped, looking for the foul call, couldn't do so. That's a turnover charge to Luka Doncic. Back-to-back turnovers there for Luka. Anthony Edwards off to his left to Randall. Randall backs his way here at the elbow, taking on the Austin Reeves, and shovel pass inside. The key went off the fingertips of McDaniels, resulting in the turnover. Reeves off the glass. As we get a collision here. Luka is down, and Luka's in some pain here. Yeah, Luka's down, holding on to his right hamstring as he collided up the floor with Julius Randle. Luka, oh boy. Luka Doncic right now holding on to his, looks like his right hamstring area. Major collision between him and Julius Randle. And Luka a little bit slow to get up here currently. Oh man, huge contact as Luka, his shoe came flying off the bounce passes. He collided with Randle, hit the deck hard. Luka Doncic hitting the deck hard. Randle landed right on top of that right thigh of Luka Doncic as he hit the deck right before midcourt, and he was holding around his right hamstring there. Damn. And Luka gonna stay in the game right now. So Luka will stay in the game. Approaching 7 minutes left to go. Luka at the top of the key. Sends it out to the corner to Hachimura. Over to LeBron here straight away. LeBron, 10 in the timer. LeBron got a launch, 4 in the shot clock. Instead, play makes out to the corner. Hachimura, tough follow-away shot, no good. That's not the look you want. Took a deep two at the elbow, missed off the mark in the contested J. Edwards, transition three, makes it look too easy. 80-54, this game's a massacre. 6.5 left to go in the third quarter here. They'll try again for the Lakers. Lakers down to just 2 timeouts remaining in this game. Minnesota playing with house money today throughout this entire first round. Nothing really to lose for the T-Wolves here, going off and teeing it off. I mean, they went all the way to the conference finals last year, but still. You look at this team, no timeouts that they've taken tonight, about to steal one in a road game against the Lakers. You couldn't get off to a better start like this. They're playing some excellent basketball for Minnesota. 17-4 last 21 games as Luka gets this ball stripped out of bounds. Just been... It's been all over the place here for the Lakers. Great start. Terrible second quarter, terrible third quarter. As we head over to... All right, I thought they were going to go to a media break, but we'll stay here. 6:15 left to go in the third. Inbound goes to Luka. Luka inside the key, backs his way. Pivot, up and in off the glass, good for 2. Oh, man, indeed, this is not good for the Lakers. 80-56. I don't think anybody was expecting this wild of a mismatch in this matchup here. Left baseline dribble for Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who scores up and in off the glass. Yeah, I actually took Golden State to make it to the conference finals for them. So I had in my bracket Golden State against the Lakers in the second round. It's kind of a challenging game for me to take, though, between the Lakers and the T-Wolves of the series, because the T-Wolves are coming. Wide open 3 by Naz Reid. Off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound controlled by Gobert. Went up, got it stripped. LeBron came up with a steal. Lakers with possession. And Anthony Edwards called with a transition foul here. Picked up well away from the basketball. He cannot believe the call. Yeah, Anthony Edwards holding up LeBron. That's well away from the basketball there. Ooh, LeBron getting away with a shove on Edwards. So, yeah, LeBron gets the happy, generous whistle of the referees, and Anthony Edwards cannot believe that call there. So that is on Edwards on a foul well away from where the ball was. Inbound to the corner. Turnover by Luka. Luka taking a seat right on the cameraman as they got numbers of 5 and 4, not back in the play, and Anthony Edwards drills the transition 3. 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and the score, that is not a typo, it's 85-58. 17 by Edwards. Reeves. Over to LeBron. Back into the hands to Austin Reeves. 8 on the shot clock. Austin Reeves, a lot of dribbling. Your team is down by 27 points, and he gets his team back within 24 as he buries the triple. 4.5 left to go, and a timeout taken on the floor here by Minnesota. They burned their first timeout of the game with 4:33 remaining in the third. Just all around tremendous game by the T-Wolves. I mean, this was an absolutely awesome game by Minnesota. Nothing you can take away that was good tonight by the Lakers. Minus 26 for the Bucks, plus minus tonight for Austin Reeves. LeBron, minus 24. Hachimura, minus 19. Minus 15 by Luka. Minus 11 by Jackson Hayes off the bench. Finney Smith, the minus 13. You got positive pluses here tonight. All throughout the lineup. Jaden McDaniels, the top one, plus 20. And his box plus minus on the floor, plus 17 for Naz Reid. Plus 16 off the bench by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Mike Conley, a plus 19. 21 by McDaniels for points scored, 17 points by Naz Reid, 17 by Edwards, 11 by Randall. For the Lakers, it's just 2 guys that showing up. Luka, 24 points. LeBron's got 13. The LeBron shooting just 5 for 12. Man, this game's just been all over the place. Lakers looked really good starting off this game. They were up 28-21 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter dominated by Minnesota, 38-20. Third quarter, same thing, 26-13. Third quarter in favor of the T-Wolves. Really, really sad second half here. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. If you guys would like to be notified on the channel for future live streams. Lakers up on the poll 65-35. I'm just going to take off that poll right now because this game is not even close. No, I was out all day or so I was out all day today or so a lot of the streams are based on when I'm available for like to do games or so, cuz I'm always like so busy and stuff. So I'm actually on vacation with my family. So we had stuff booked throughout the entire course of today doing stuff on vacation. So we started off, we went to like a couple places in the morning. Yeah, so we went down to, started off in Shelburne in Vermont today. Went to the Vermont Christmas Loft, and then we went to the Vermont Teddy Bear Factory, and then we drove to Waterbury and did Ben & Jerry's, Cabot's, which was a lot of cool stuff in that area. Cabot, Lake Champlain Chocolates, and then Cold Hollow Cider Mill. So by the time we got done, because we were out from like 10 to 5-ish by the time we got back, and then I went swimming right before I started off this stream around like 6:30-ish. So yeah, this was the only game that could fit my time for today. Corner jumpers, good by Minnesota. So yeah, I usually don't pick the games by like what games are like the greatest games or so, based on like matchups and stuff like that, unless there's like multiple matchups going on at the same time. It's more so like what can fit in my time frame usually. 4 minutes left to go in the third right now. Yeah, that's why I never stream like late games, because by the time those games at like 10 o'clock start times get done, it's like almost 1 in the morning, and I gotta get to work by like 6:45 is when I wake up every single day to go to work. Luka over to Reeves. A cross-court pass here at the right wing over to number 17, Dorian Finney-Smith. Back into the hands of Luka right here with 3:25 remaining. Luka, kick out corner, wide open three, no good. Skidded off the rim as it was missed off the mark there by Gabe Vincent. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked right now because I actually picked the Lakers to win this series. So this is stunning, the result that we've gotten out of this game today, as Austin Reeves gets fouled down to 2:58 left. Yeah, Wolves clearly taking this one. Yeah, really nice up in Vermont. It's got like a mix between like a lot of like hills and mountains, but also like a bunch of farmland. 2 shots here by Austin Reeves. First one's good. Wow. John picked the Lakers to win it all. Well, it's only one game. Like, this is only one game. Anything could happen. Like, a couple of years ago, the Lakers... let's see. Yeah, it was the Bucks-Suns series. That was 2-0. Because I was going to say, because when my Celtics lost against Golden State, Celtics got a 1-0. And they were about to win Game 2 against Golden State, and they couldn't close it out in Game 2. But yeah, when the Bucks won it all, they were down to 0-2 against Phoenix 4 years ago. Came back and won that series. So still, this is one game out of a potential 7-game series that we most likely could have. But this is really not a good start here for the Lakers because they've been so good in their home floor that this tonight is a stolen game out of them. And I think based on how we look at this series here, if the Lakers do lose this series, it's going to be a lot of blame at the trade deadline for not getting a big man. And we can clearly see the lack of rim protection right now. It is quite evident in this series here. Technical free throw coming up here by Austin Reeves. Free throw is good. First one's good. Yeah, so the Clippers lost today at the Nuggets. I think the Clippers going to win that series for them. They've been playing some really good basketball recently. They haven't had home games yet for them. So I do like them for a team that's down to 0-1 right now to come on back and win the series. 88-69, 2:15 left to go in the third. DiVincenzo push pass, looking for Randall, got intercepted by Vincent. LeBron up the floor, making things a little bit more interesting right now as LeBron scores the layup with a left-hand finish. Now, this ain't done just yet. Minnesota, they choked. Oh, we got some things chippy here. Julius Randle in the middle of the referees between LeBron James as we get some words here being exchanged. Lakers in a 10-zip run. Last 2:18 left to go. Wow, chippiness right now. Starting to play a role in this matchup. What was it? It was the Bucks against T-Wolves a couple weeks ago. T-Wolves choked a humongous lead in that game. Yeah, Bucks put together a 40-13 rally to win in the fourth quarter. The T-Wolves had a 95-71 win with 10:07 remaining in the fourth quarter. That was approximately a 99% chance of winning, according to ESPN statistics. The Bucks then went on a 34-3 run to flip the script and win the game, outscoring the T-Wolves 40-13 in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, this game ain't over just yet. A 10-zip run in a 2-minute and 15-second span by the Lakers. Stranger things have happened. I remember I called the ultimate choke from like 3 years ago, the Sixers against the Hawks, the game that Ben Simmons blew a wide open layup for him and didn't even attempt to shoot the shot, just made a pass instead of laying up into an open basket. They blew a 26-point lead and lost that game. Right now, this is reachable here at the moment, a 17-point game. 17-point game currently. Yeah, Edwards had some it was like front like toe pain for him they were showing on the screen a couple minutes ago for him. $88-71. Mike Conley on the floor and Naz Reid, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker's the fifth guy on the floor as Austin Reeves away from the basketball shoves Nickeil Alexander-Walker here. That's a Lakers foul away from the ball, stops the clock. Yeah, Anthony Edwards just a couple minutes ago just went to the locker room, so And DiVincenzo, straight line dribble drive, scores for 2. Hey, what's good? Andrew, welcome in. George, thanks for joining in. Lakers up the floor. Missed the mark there. Back it goes to Minnesota. Minnesota jacked up the 3. Skidded off the rim on the bounce off of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, couple minutes ago, around the 2:58 mark, left to go in the third. He limped off the court and headed towards the locker room. So major loss right there for Minnesota. The Lakers starting to cut into a 90-73 right now. DiVincenzo outside to his left finds Randall around the perimeter. Draws Randall back into the hands of DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo push outside off to Mike Conley. Mike Conley, runner inside the key, and drills it. They got just such a deep team for them that, I mean, Edwards is out. It doesn't, but they still have guys who can get things done. Wow, right out of the pack shooting. Austin Reeves, that was a wide open layup he just scored. 92-75, 17-point game. Julius Randle. Defended by Reeves, top of the key. Slides it over to Reed. Naz Reid having an excellent night tonight here. Hand off to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo, 5 at the timer, tied up here on the floor. And this will be a jump ball between DiVincenzo and Jared Vanderbilt. This jump ball is going to be placed at the midcourt logo. Jump ball awarded to Minnesota. Minnesota has it here at the corner. Bobble the possession was Naz Reid. DiVincenzo puts up a 3 right as the shot clock expires. Went off the front rim, and we get a loose ball foul here. Charge to the Lakers. Looks like it's on Luka right from behind. Stops the clock with 6.2 seconds left. Yep, Luka with a shove to the backside and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So this will send Minnesota right now to the bonus. 6.2 seconds left to go. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2 free throws. First one is good. Second free throw here. It is up. It is good. Inbound for LA. Final possession to close out the third. Luka, half court 3. Luka's 3. Open up the bank. Cha-ching. He drills it. Buzzer beater by Luka Doncic right at the midcourt line, and that cuts the lead to 16 as we close out the end of 3. Luka Doncic, the midcourt shot, able to knock it down. Yeah, it gives them all the momentum they need. Starting off this fourth quarter coming up for the Lakers. Ain't over till it's over. We'll see what happens coming up. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. Jaden McDaniels leads the way tonight, 21 points for Minnesota, 20 by Naz Reid, 17 by Anthony Edwards, 11 by Julius Randle. Luka, he's the game leader, 31 points tonight for Luka Doncic. 15 by LeBron, 16 by Austin Reeves. Minnesota still outscored the Lakers in that third quarter, 35-30. That's how far behind they were. Lakers did a lot of catch-up work to do late stretch of that quarter, but still, I mean, it's still a long way they have to go. Yeah, Anthony Edwards went down around the 3-minute mark left to go in that quarter. He went down limping to the locker room. So there's nothing really on Anthony Edwards yet with his designation remaining part of this game. But yeah, it looks like... Okay, so Shams puts out here on Twitter 15 seconds ago, Minnesota's Anthony Edwards is dealing with a cramp and receiving treatment in the locker room. So it looks like, according to Shams, that he's dealing with a cramp right now. That's a much better sign than what it looked like or so, because it looked like he was just straight up just like limping to the locker room for Anthony Edwards. They got me on softball for a lot of games recently, so I did a baseball game back in March. I was supposed to do one last Sunday, but it actually got rained out. But yeah, I took a lot more of the softball games for the spring because I've been helping out or so with one of the guys in the sports information office. So the softball games wraps up earlier, and he's out doing baseball and monitoring the baseball. So I have to write like the game cap stories for him after the end of those games. So the Lakers are splashed in a 13-point game right now as we come up at the start of the fourth quarter. So Anthony Edwards still not on the floor. DiVincenzo, Connolly, Reed, alongside McDaniels, and okay, now he's returned back to the bench here for Anthony Edwards. So he has returned back into the bench. Ice Ice Baby, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I actually got a busy week coming up this week. I got water polo championships coming up at Brown on ESPN Plus coming up Friday and Sunday. So going to be quite a busy week. I'm probably not going to stream anytime after like Monday or so. If I do stream tomorrow, it's probably going to be my last stream until next Sunday, the 27th, when I cover Celtics Game 4 against the Magic. So I'm probably not going to do any streams from tomorrow through next Sunday because I got like a bunch of games that I have to prep for or so. And then after that, I think there's only like 2 other games that remain after that. So it really opens up last week. That's a technical foul charge that Julius Randle he got tangled up with Luka at the back end of this play here. Luka buries the free throw. 3-point play complete. 96-84. Anthony Edwards checks back into the game. 10:57 left. Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of lacrosse games this year. I was I had 2 lacrosse games last Saturday, a lacrosse game on Tuesday, lacrosse game on Wednesday. So it's been mostly packed with lacrosse for me during the spring season this year. A lot of lacrosse and softball. Edwards comes back into the game. Looks like his regular self as he knocks down the deep 2 turnaround jumper, 98-84. Edwards got 19. Yeah, Shams had tweeted out that he was dealing with a cramp. Good to see the Lakers haven't thrown in the white towel, because anything is possible. This Minnesota team, they were up by 25-plus points a few weeks ago against the Bucks, and they let that one up with like 9 minutes plus remaining and lost that game. The Lakers just scored quickly off the inbound, 98-86. Edwards, guarded by Luka here around the perimeter. Anthony Edwards takes on Luka, drives at the free throw circle, outside finds Randall, right open 3 for Julius Randall, and he sends it down. 101-86. That's a major shot there with 10 minutes left to go. 19 made threes tonight for Minnesota, 14 made threes for the Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt drives on Naz Reid, missed the layup, no good with a left hand over Reid, and the rebound secured here by Conley. 2 players out of the play right now at the moment for each team, and Mike Conley blew the open layup. Transition 3, Gabe Vincent left it short, no good. Tipped in though for 2 for Jared Vanderbilt. Naz Reid is still down. He's in some severe pain here currently. And they've now stopped the clock. 9:26 left to go. This looks like a pretty bad injury to Naz Reid as he is laying down. Yeah, he was rolling around face first. Looks like in some serious pain. I think towards the head area for Naz Reid, like the head or the eye for Naz Reid, as we cut to a commercial break right now. 101-88, 9:26 left to go. Naz Reid, pretty bad injury leading us to a timeout. Prayers up for that young man right there. Yeah, he was coming up contesting a shot, and then I don't know if he crashed into the stanchion. I'm gonna see if there's any like video of this here for Naz Reid, but he came flying, like hitting the deck hard for Naz Reid. Yeah, he got tangled up with Jared Vanderbilt. Challenged Jared Vanderbilt, shot at the rim, and couldn't get up after that. Yeah, no problem, Jeffrey. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow. It depends on, because I'm at a different hotel tomorrow. It depends on the Wi-Fi. If I'm not live tomorrow, I'm probably going to be off for like the next week or so. So I most likely probably won't be live until Sunday, April 27th for me if I'm not live tomorrow, because I got a really, really busy week for me. I got a lacrosse game on Wednesday. I got 4 water polo games on Friday, 3 softball on Saturday, 3 water polo games on Sunday for me. And then after that, I think it's just softball the following Tuesday, and then softball the following Friday, and that's it. That's all. Unless any of the teams make the playoffs, which I don't think any of the teams are in like playoff hosting seeding position this year. Last year there were a couple of teams, but this year I don't think, out of all the schools that they broadcast for, I don't think any of the teams are in hosting playoff position as like the 1 or the 2 seed. A lot of them right now are like the 5 or the 6, so they're gonna go on the road for a lot of their stuff. But yeah, if I'm not live tomorrow at all, which I'm at a different hotel, which they might not have good Wi-Fi at that hotel either, I won't be live until Sunday, April 27th, Celtics against Magic, Game 4 for me, because I'm like out doing a lot of stuff throughout the course of this week. Still dealing with an injury here. Looks like Naz Reid took one to the face of Jared Vanderbilt. Yeah, he took one straight to the face there of Jared Vanderbilt. Julius Randle with possession here. Slides it off to his left to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Down to 9:15 left to go. Bounce pass over to Edwards. Edwards takes on a double team. Takes the three. No good. Skipped around the rim without. Offensive rebound. Randle blocked from behind by LeBron. And the Lakers come down with the basketball here. Only down by 13 with 9 minutes left to play. Luka has it past midcourt right now. This game ain't over just yet. Only a 13-point game. Luka trying to cut the deficit. Luka going right over Gobert. Missed the shot. No good. Out of bounds. And it was tipped out of bounds off Minnesota. Yeah, happy Easter to you guys as well. Inbound goes to LA. Luka receives it from Finney-Smith. Luka backs his way to the elbow. Step back jumper deep too. That's way off the mark, short. Out of the pack. Here goes Edwards with a defensive rebound. Up by 13. You can start to think about using more clock here. Taking this game down if you're Minnesota. Edwards, one-on-one, takes on Luka. Thought about the step back, extra pass off to Nickeil. Back outside, Edwards tees up the three. Over Luka, sends it through. That's a humongous three by Ant-Man, crossing the 20-plus point mark tonight for him. It's now 104-88. LeBron, a rhythm three, straight away off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Gobert. Rebounds in the favor of Minnesota, 37-27, plus 10 in the glass. Offensive rebounds is 10-8. Anthony Edwards lost the handle, got it back, hits the deck here as we get a tie-up. This is going to stop the clock with 7:50 left to go. It's going to result in a jump ball coming up here. Hey, what's good? SGA Sports Talk channel. Welcome in, man. Looks like we're going to take a timeout on the floor as well. 104-88, 7:50 left to go as we head over to the timeout. Alright, so we head over to the timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate you guys for joining in, being a part on the channel for this one tonight here. Well, it's looking good tonight. Just got to close it out in this game. Yeah, this game been really, really chippy tonight. Hey, what's good? Wild One, welcome in on the channel. It's got the T-Wolves for this series. Yeah, the lack of rim protection right now. That's a major issue for the Lakers. Minus 10 on the glass, 37-27. Just so many second chance points tonight from Minnesota. Like, there's no big man out there for LA. Jackson Hayes, 8 minutes, 1 point, just 3 rebounds. Finney Smith, 29 minutes, 3 points, 3 rebounds. There's just not enough size for LA to contend here. And this could be a tough series for the Lakers because they couldn't put together a trade for an actual big man at the trade deadline. Hey, what's good, Richard? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Denver up 1-0 against the Clippers. Winner of this series is going to take on a winner of Golden State versus Houston. That Clippers Nuggets series, winner of that series is going to take on the winner of OKC versus Memphis. Back to action right now is it's a 16-point lead for Minnesota. Minnesota tees up a 3 straight away and missed off the rim short by Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Inside the paint, attacking down low. Finney Smith couldn't get it to go. This got swatted out of bounds. So that layup attempt there got swatted out of bounds. Lakers will get the inbound out of it. Luka Doncic at the left corner. He's double teamed. Gets the way out on top. Hachimura push pass off to LeBron. Attack straight line. LeBron throws it down with a 2 and a flush. 104-90. That's the first time that we've seen a slam dunk in a long time here for LA. LeBron's got 19. Luka leads the way tonight with 37 for the Lakers. Quick reach and fall charge to the Lakers here. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he inbounds it over. It is Anthony Edwards. Edwards pass midcourt, slides it off to McDaniels, back into the hands to McDaniels. McDaniels, runner, connects on the 2. Right over Rui Hachimura, back to a 16-point lead for Minnesota. Yeah, Lakers playing a terrible game tonight here. LeBron at the left elbow. Off the double team, slides it off to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt gets fouled. That's on Jaden McDaniels. So McDaniels going up to block the shot. Got up fake there at the corner. And landed right on top of Finney Smith off the dribble. Bumped into him, picked up the reach and foul. Dante DiVincenzo checks back into the game here for Minnesota. Inbound back for the Lakers as we're under 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. LeBron off to his right, dangerous pass into the hands to Austin Reeves. Reeves having a tough game tonight here. Reeves, step back 3 in the air. Off the back rim, no good. Tipped up, and the rebound secured by Randall. Austin Reeves needed to be the number 3 player in this game. He's only got 16 tonight. That's on just 5 for 12 shooting. Randall, inside a key, triple teamed. Picks up the dribble, working on LeBron. Off a double team now, blocked by LeBron. And it's a late whistle, though. Referee's going to call it on LeBron on the shooting foul. LeBron hitting the deck there. Randall going up right over the top of LeBron. Randall got away with an elbow to the jaw of LeBron as well. $19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks tonight by LeBron. Check that. They have reversed the call. That was actually a clean block by LeBron, so that's on Randall. Right there for the offensive foul. So that's actually on Randall committing the offensive foul. Back it goes to the Lakers. This game's really choppy here. Second half, DiVincenzo reaching in off the dribble, defending Luka. .6:12 left to play. Inbound for the Lakers. Luka. Lob outside. Quarter 3. Finney Smith no good off the mark. Gotta make those threes, so they cannot send them down today. T-Wolves with possession. Chance to chunk off some time off the clock here. Edwards, 12 on the shot clock. Midway through the fourth quarter and beyond right now. Edwards off to his left around the perimeter. Edwards jacks up the three, missed off the mark, no good. Doncic with a defensive rebound. Luka Doncic, gotta go if you're LA. You're down by 16. A lot of dribbling here by Luka. Cross-court pass, bobbled by Austin Reeves, out of bounds. It's a turnover. Bad turnover there for the Lakers, who will go right back over to Minnesota. Yeah, that's wrecking possession. Not going to help out your team right now in this game. Minnesota, a chance to take this down to at least 5:10 left to go when they attempt this shot. Top of the key, Anthony Edwards. Edwards shovels out free throw circle. Slides it over to the wing. Naz Reid with a three. Swoosh. Naz Reid back on the floor, and he has been sizzling the triples throughout the course of this game tonight. Been the X factor right now. Naz Reid, 23 off the bench. Lakers, the inability to make a three, obviously apparent. Minnesota, lights out from three. 21 for 39, 51% from the perimeter tonight. As Minnesota missed it at the rim. No good by Edwards. Rebound secured here by the Lakers. 109-90. Lakers, 14 for 35, 40% from three, but allowing 7 more threes made by Minnesota at 21 for 39, 52% from the perimeter. And a bad pass off the inbound here for the Lakers. Wide open dunk by DiVincenzo. That's the early dagger here in this one, folks. Timeout taken on the floor by LA. Looks like this game's over. 4:41 left to go in the fourth quarter as we head to another timeout. Terrible game for LA tonight. Absolutely terrible game. Terrible inbound. That was to nobody but DiVincenzo. Nobody was out on the perimeter there. Naz Reid, huge X factor. 23 points. 23 points by McDaniels. 16 by Julius Randle. Anthony Edwards got himself 22 with 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Lakers, basically 2 guys that showed up. That's it. Luka doing his part. 37 points by Luka tonight. LeBron, he's got 19. He could get much more than that, but just 16 points on 5 for 13 shooting by Austin Reeves today, and everybody else got single digits. I mean, they only got 3 guys in double figures. Minnesota got 4. Yeah, that was one heck of a game with Clippers Nuggets. Joe Burrow in attendance for this game tonight. .440 left to play. Lakers down by 21 with the possession. Luka. Just stunning game by LA. Number 3 team in the NBA in winning percentage in home games, and they were a no-show here. They led at the end of the first quarter 28-21. In the second, third, and fourth quarters, they just did not show up tonight at all in this game here. Minnesota with a possession with 4:15 and counting down remaining. Anthony Edwards, guarded by LeBron around the perimeter, 5 in the shot clock. Ant-Man jacks up the 3 over. LeBron missed off the mark, no good. Off the fingertips of Randle, almost another offensive rebound as the Lakers cannot box out to save their entire lives in this game. Luka just floats one up off the rim, and the referees will not count the bucket there for Luka Doncic. Yep, will not count the bucket because LeBron gets called in the offensive goaltend. Over in a cylinder, tapped it in there for LeBron. That's an offensive goaltend for LeBron. Yeah, pretty bad game for LeBron tonight, too. He had no points in the opening quarter for LeBron. Just 19 points this entire game. The only guy that played well tonight was Luka with 37. Minnesota up by 21. Make it 23. Weaving his way inside the paint. That is good for 2 more for the T-Wolves there with Jaden McDaniels. 113-90. LeBron James, his three, no good. It went short, bounced off the back rim, looking for the call, but the officials couldn't get it as he got knocked down in the three-point shot. Chirping to the officials right now as Minnesota came away with a defensive rebound. T-Wolves around the perimeter. Clock stops with 3:02 left to go. And LeBron still pleading his case right now to the officials. Man, what a terrible game by the Lakers. Second, third, and fourth quarters tonight just didn't show up. LeBron's going to take a seat on the bench. He finishes with just 19 points tonight. 19 points, 8 for 18 shooting. Almost half the points than the minutes that he played. 19 points in 36 minutes tonight for LeBron. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. $113-90. Minnesota gets the inbound. Statement start here for the T-Wolves in this game, dominating the glass against a Lakers team that really lacks size in the front court. DiVincenzo missed the three off the front rim. And get a loose ball foul charge to Minnesota picked up. On the floor, that is number 22, Jalen Clark, who picks up the loose ball foul as both of these teams have cleared out their benches. Both teams just cleared out their benches here tonight. Lakers down by 23. Bronny James, we see in the floor LeBron's son as he takes his first ever shot attempt at the playoffs and bricked it off the rim short. Offensive rebound tipped back over to Bronny. Shake Milton. Inside the paint, floats up a runner, missed off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound controlled by Alex Len. The three missed off the rim, short, no good by Bronny again. Offensive rebound goes back to the Lakers. Dalton connect jumper, no good. Tipped in though for two to get Alex Len with a bucket. 113-92, 2:05 left to go, and timeout here taken on the floor by Minnesota. Rough start here tonight for the Lakers. Just couldn't get going in the right direction here, second, third, and fourth quarter. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, as right now we're on a quick timeout. Hey, what's good, Brad? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Yup, don't worry, Bronny is in. Yeah, pretty apparent the lack of rim protection by this Lakers team as they got smashed on the glass. 35 rebounds for LA, 42 by Minnesota, plus 7 right now on the glass for Minnesota. 10 to, oh, it's actually the Lakers that lead offensive rebounds 11 to 10, but I mean, this game was more lopsided. It was plus 10 for quite a bit of time in rebounds in favor of Minnesota. That last possession, the Lakers came out with 3 offensive rebounds, so that's why it's plus 7 right now instead of plus 10. $21-point lead. Minnesota gets the inbound with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Hand off around the perimeter to Jalen Clark. Clark floats up the shot. Inside the key, gets fouled. And 2 free throws await here from Minnesota with 1:46 left to play. And both of the free throws were good. 115-92 for the T-Wolves. Up the floor for LA. Shake Milton. At the edge of the midcourt logo. Swings it out to his left to Alex Len. Hand off to Dalton. Connects 3. Missed off the mark. Offensive rebound right back to him. Corner 3 again. Missed once again by Connect. Runner over the top. Looking for Alex Len off the fingertips. Results in the turnover. Bad connection there to pass, as it was too tall, sent by Shake Milton. Minnesota will slow it down. Minute 15 left to play in this game, and what a dominant performance. Minnesota was down 28-21 at the end of the first quarter. Minnesota outscored the Lakers 38-20 in the second quarter. The T-Wolves just added on another bucket, just an absolute landslide, a 35-30 third quarter advantage. And here in the fourth quarter, once again, all Minnesota, 23-14. So the Lakers missed the shot inside the key. Back it goes to the T-Wolves. 45 seconds left. Minnesota slows down tempo. Number 8, Josh Minot fires a 3. Missed off the glass, no good. Connect with a defensive rebound. Yeah, Shake Milton, former Philadelphia 76er. I remember they had a lot of confidence in him coming out of the bubble, or coming out of the COVID break into the bubble in 2020, but just wasn't able to materialize into anything. As Dalton Connect, he draws a late 3 there for the Lakers. 10 seconds left to go. This game dominated by the T-Wolves, though. Minnesota on the road, impressive win at LA tonight. Final score 117-95. Thanks so much, all, for joining and being a part here on the channel. Happy Easter, everybody, and really appreciate you guys for being a part on the stream for this one. Gonna wrap up here in just a moment. A really good start by Luka Doncic for LA, but LA just unable to sustain it. Just way too deep of a rotation tonight for Minnesota. Really solid rim protection, boxing out constantly in the glass, coming up with multiple rebounds throughout the course of the night. Second chance points at a premium. 25 points by Jaden McDaniels. Had a really, really solid game for him with 25 points on 11 for 13 shooting. 22 points by Ant-Man. 23 off the bench by Naz Reid. He went 6 for 9 from the perimeter. 16 by Julius Randle. Lakers led by Luka Doncic. He did his part. He had 37 points. After that, though, LeBron, 19 points in 36 minutes. A struggling game for LeBron, well below his season average. 16 points by Austin Reeves, also below his season average. Had a tough game, and then after that, everybody else had single digits in the scoring margin tonight for the Lakers. 38 rebounds for LA, 44 by Minnesota, plus 6 in the glass. It was more like plus 10 throughout most of this game in favor of the T-Wolves. The T-Wolves pick up the victory in Game 1 of the Western Conference first round. 117-95 the final score. And we're going to close out here to the channel members. Happy Easter, everybody. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. If anybody's interested in having a shout out, that link is pinned in the chat. We got Jason Bradley, Warren Kelly, I Am Ghost, the Nisha Player, Asia, Ice Baby, Katie Ogie, SGA Sports Talk, Lonely Satellite, Michael John, Norma, Jonathan, Guido, Mark, and Jobo. Thanks for joining in, being a part of the stream for this game as the T-Wolves demolished the Lakers. Game 1 of the Western Conference first round, 117-95 the final score. Thanks all for joining in, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.